Now, if you read this question here, it states that the ratio between the curved surface and the total surface of a cylinder is 1:2. Okay. So the ratio of the areas, that is ratio of the curved surface area and the total surface area, is given. Question is, find the volume of the cylinder given that its total surface area is 616 centimeter square. Now, since the ratio of these two is given to you, I can say given here is ratio of curved surface area is to total surface area. Ratio of these two is 1:2. Okay. I'll start by saying let the curved surface area be K and the total surface area be 2K. Okay. So now let's see, I have given you two methods actually here. Okay. So if you see, I have from the first method, you can do it this way, definitely. And the second method I have just given you in brief. So what I'll do is I'll discuss the second method only. Okay. So if you know the distinction between the curved surface area and the total surface area, what you must see here is that in case of a cylinder, the curved surface area is this shaded part, right? And the total surface area is the entire area of the cylinder, entire surface area, including the two circles, right? On top and below. So this is your curved surface area actually. This is your curved surface area, the shaded part. Okay, so the curved surface area here is K, and the total surface area, that is including the two circles at the top and at the bottom, the area is 2K. So that means if I subtract the two, that means total surface area minus the curved surface area must be equal to area of the two circular bases, right? One at the top and one at the bottom, right? This is what we must see. Also, what you see here is, let us call this 1. Also, what is given to you here is that the total surface area is 616. So also the total surface area is given to be 616. That means 2K is 616. That means K here is 616 divided by 2, which is equal to 308, right? And you see that the curved surface area is K. So therefore, what is the curved surface area? The curved surface area is K, which is equal to 308. Okay, and the unit here is centimeter square. Okay, and so once you know the curved surface area, you also know the total surface area. Therefore, from 1, what can you say? The total surface area, which is 2K. Let's write the figures. Total surface area is 616 minus, and the curved surface area is 308, is equal to what is the area of the two circular bases? If R is the radius of the cylinder, this is R. If R is the radius of the base of the cylinder, then it is pi R square plus pi R square, which is 2 pi R square, right? That means you're going to get 308 is equal to 2 pi R square, right? So from here, you can solve this equation to get the value of R. Therefore, you get R square is equal to 300 by 2 pi. right? You can put the value of pi. — 22/7. So 308 into 7 divided by 2 into 22. Okay. Now let's see what cancels here. 22 will cancel with 308. Will cancel twice, and this will cancel 28 times. Moreover, 2 will cancel here, and then this 2 will also cancel here. So you're getting 7 into 7, which is equal to 7 square. So therefore, r square you're getting as 7 square or 49. That means r must be the square root of 7 square, which is equal to 7 centimeters. So we have got the radius of the base of the cylinder. We have got r. And what is the question here? You need to find out the volume of the cylinder. Okay. Now for volume of the cylinder, you not only need the radius, but you also need the height of the cylinder. So we have calculated the radius. Now we need to calculate the height of the cylinder. Okay. So how will you calculate the height of the cylinder? We know that the curved surface area is 308. And what is the formula for curved surface area? 2 pi RH for cylinder, right? Curved surface area is 308. That means 2 pi RH must be equal to 308. From here, we can calculate H because we already know the value of R. So 2 into 22/7 into R here is 7 into H is equal to 308. So this 7 cancels here. So you get H is equal to 308 divided by 2 into 22. Okay, so again here if you see, this will cancel with 11, cancel 28 times, cancel 14 times, and this will cancel 7 times. So you're getting height of the cylinder also as 7 centimeters. So therefore, what is the volume of the cylinder? Is pi r square h. You can put the value now, 22/7 into r square into h. Cancel this, you get 22 into 14, okay, which is equal to 308 centimeter cube. Okay, so that is the required volume of the cylinder. Okay, we move on to the next question, number 6. A rectangular sheet of tin foil of size 30 centimeter by 18 centimeter. That means length of the rectangular sheet of tin is 30 centimeter and the breadth is 18 centimeter. This rectangular sheet of tin can be rolled to form a cylinder in two ways, along the length and along the breadth. Okay, so now if you remember, I had sent you a video also regarding this. You have a rectangular sheet of tin. Length is 30 centimeter and the breadth is 18 centimeter. Okay, so now if you roll it along the length, that means this part you are folding, this part you are rolling. Okay, that means if you are making this into a cylinder, okay, then what happens? that this length 30 centimeter becomes the height of the cylinder, right? And the diameter of the base or the circumference of the base, that means this length here becomes this 18 centimeter here, right? So this circumference of the base is 18 centimeter because you are rolling it along the length, right? So therefore, first of all, what we say here is that we consider the first case when the rectangular sheet is rolled along the length. In this case, what happens? Height of the cylinder will be equal to 30 centimeters. And what else? Circumference of the base becomes 18 centimeters, right? So now circumference of the base, if the radius of this cylinder is, let us say this is R. That means circumference, because it has a circular base, so circumference of the base will be 2 pi R, which is equal to 18. So from here you can find out the value of R, the radius of the base of the cylinder. You are getting here R is equal to 18 into 7 divided by 2 into 22. Okay, you can cancel here 9 times. We're getting 9 into 7 divided by 22. Now I am not calculating this 9 into 7 divided by 22 because I need to calculate the ratio of the volumes, right? So let the radius be in this way. Okay, so we'll calculate the volume here. Volume of the cylinder so formed is pi R square H. Put the value 22 by 7 into R is 9 into 7 divided by 22 square into height here is 30, right? So what are we getting here? We are getting here 22 into 9 into 9 into 7 into 7 into 30 divided by 7 into 22 into 22. That is what we are getting here. Okay. Now certain things are going to cancel here. You can cancel this 22 and you can also cancel this 30 15 times and this 11. So what you are going to be left here is, and this 7 will also cancel. Okay, so 7 into 15 divided by 11. No further cancellations. So what you do is you call this centimeter cube. Okay, you don't need to calculate the volume because as I told you, you need only to calculate the ratio of the volumes, right? So this is the first case. In the second case, in this case, what is happening? We are rolling the same rectangular sheet, but this time we are rolling it along the breadth. Okay. This time, what are we doing? We are rolling it along the breadth, right? So if we are rolling it along the breadth, then height of the cylinder becomes 18 centimeter this time. Okay. So this case is when the rectangular sheet is rolled along the breadth. In this case, what is the height of the cylinder? As shown, 18 centimeters. And what else? What can you say about the circumference of the base? This circumference of the base, this becomes the length, right? So circumference of the base must be equal to 30, right? So now, what do you mean by circumference of the base? Is 2 pi r. This time 2 pi r is equal to 30. So from here again, you can calculate the value of r. 30 into 7 divided by 2 into 22. Okay, so 2 will cancel with 30 15 times. So you're only going to get 15 into 7 divided by 22 centimeters. Okay, now we are going to get with this radius, because we already know the height. With this radius, we are going to calculate the volume of the cylinder. Volume of the cylinder so formed is equal to pi r square h, 22 by 7 into radius 15 into 7 divided by 22 into height of the cylinder, in this case is 18. Okay, so this will be 22 into 15 into 15 into 7 into 7 into 18 divided by 7 into 22 into 22, because you have 22 square. So 122 will cancel, 17 will cancel, right? Anything else that is going to cancel? Yes, this will cancel 11 times, and this is going to cancel here with you can cancel it with 18 9 times. So you're getting here 15 into 15 into 7 into 9 divided by 11. Okay, this much centimeter cube. You have to calculate the ratio of the volumes. So if this volume, say if I call this volume V1 in the first case, and if I call this volume V2, because they will be different, because you're rolling it differently in both the cases. Okay, in this case, the ratio of the volume will be V1 by V2. You can put the value of V1. V1 we had got above as and V2 here we have got as okay. So certain things are going to cancel here, and after cancellation you are going to get 3 by 5. Hence, what is the ratio of the volumes? That is is 3:5, and that's your answer. Okay, fine. We move on to the next problem, and this is the case of a hollow cylinder. Now, what do you mean by hollow cylinder? Hollow cylinder means you can think of it as, let's say, a can. Okay, a can with a very thick material, which is with which it is made up of. Okay, that means inside there is a hollow cavity, hollow cylindrical cavity, and you have a certain thickness of the material. Okay, that is what we mean by a hollow cylinder. Okay, that means in all the cases above that we had considered only solid cylinders. That is, there was no hollow cavity inside. But here in this case, we have a hollow cavity inside. So you have, in case of a hollow cylinder, you will have an inner radius and you will have an outer radius. Okay, so the hollow cylinder, if you see, will look something like this that I have drawn. And moreover, what you will also see is that if you look at the cylinder from the top, it will look something like this. You'll get two circles, two concentric circles you'll see, right? And this part, if you that is if you're looking at from the top, this part will be your thickness of the material, right? It looks like a circular ring from the top, right? Fine. Let's see this problem now. The adjoining figure shows a metal pipe 77 centimeters long. Okay, that means the height of the cylinder is 77 centimeter. The inner diameter of the cross section is 4 centimeter. Inner diameter is given as 4 centimeter. Is 4 centimeter. That means what is the inner radius? Let's call the inner radius as small r. It is half of the diameter, which is 2 centimeter. That means if you are looking at it from the top, your inner radius here is 2 centimeter, right? And the outer one is 4.4. Outer diameter is 4.4 centimeter. That means outer radius is 4.4 divided by 2. Outer radius, let's call it capital R. 4.4 divided by 2, which is 2.2 centimeter. That means if you are looking at it from the top, this outer radius here is 2.2 centimeter. Okay. Now, if you see, the question is find the inner curved surface area. What do you mean by inner curved surface area? If you are looking at from the top, then you see the cavity inside. You want to find out the curved surface area only of that cavity. Okay. So first question, inner curved surface area. The formula for curved surface area is 2 pi RH. 2 pi, and because we are talking about the inner curved surface area, we are going to take small r. 2 pi RH. Height will remain the same here. Height here is given to be 77 centimeter, right? So you can now put the values 2 into 22 by 7 into the inner radius is 2 and the height is 77. So this will cancel here 11 times. So you're going to get this as 968 centimeter square. This is the inner curved surface area. Now we are going to find out in the second part of the question, it says find the outer curved surface area. Outer curved surface area. Outer curved surface area is the area of only the area that is outside, the curved part that is outside. So 2 pi RH, but this time we are going to use the outer radius. Height will remain the same. Okay. So again, this will cancel here 11 times. So 2 into 22 into 2.2 into 11. Okay. So this outer curved surface area, you can change this to a fraction also. 2 into 22 into 22 into 11 divided by 10. So now if you multiply this, you're going to get 10,648 divided by 10. So we'll shift one decimal to the left, you'll get 1064.8 centimeter square. Okay, this is the outer curved surface area. Okay, the next question is the total surface area. Now, what is the total surface area? The total surface area is, because it is a hollow cylinder, it will be the outer curved surface area, plus because you can see the cavity inside, it will be the inner curved surface area also, plus the area of the two circular bases, these two. This circular base at the top and this circular base at the bottom, right? That means area of this ring that I have drawn multiplied by 2, because one ring you have at the top and the other ring you have below, right? So total surface area is the inner curved surface area plus the outer curved surface area plus area of the two circular rings, right? Inner curved surface area we have already calculated, so it is 968. Outer curved surface area is 1064.8 plus. And what about the area of the two circular rings? What is the area of one circular ring? It is pi into r square minus r square, right? Formula I told you for circular rings. And because there are two, you will multiply this by 2. Now you can find this out, which is equal to, now if you add these two, you're going to get 2032.8 plus 2 into, put the value of pi, into r square minus r square. Capital R square was 2.2 and small r was 2, right? So this is 2032.8 plus 2 into 22 by 7 into, now you can calculate this as it is, or better still, you can apply your a plus b into a minus b formula also. So a square minus b square is a plus b into a minus b. Okay, so this is 2032.8 plus 2 into 22 by 7 into, this is 4.2 and this is 0.2, which is 2032.8 plus 2 into 22 by 7 into 4.2, you can write as 42 by 10, and this you can write as 2 by 10. Okay, plus, and this will cancel 6 times. We are not going to touch 10 at the in the denominator, because 10 will help us in our calculation. Okay, so this will simply be 2 into 22 into 6 into 2 divided by 100, which is 2032.8. Now if you multiply this, you'll get 528 divided by 100, which is 2032.8 plus 5.28, which is equal to 2038.28. Oh, this is okay. This is 2038.08 centimeter square. Okay, this is the total surface area of the hollow cylinder. Okay, so I'll stop here.